totally.
What were you thinking putting your hands on your head like that?
I don't know. It was just like, like in the cartoons, like.
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll teach you.
Thank you. Look at my hair.
I know, you're so pretty.
I'm doing my hair tomorrow. And this spot on my forehead is nuts. I'm going to ask my sister when she comes over here. She's like a skin person. She knows all about skin. She's an esthetician.
She's coming over here.
You know that.
I know,
but you don't have to pretend like you don't know. You don't have to pretend like you don't know. No, that's not how that works.
Totally how that works.
No, you don't have to like tee it up. Like you're allowed to already know. You already know the information. Oh my gosh. This ain't TV.
So Amber's coming over.
Amber is coming over. She's coming over not for us, not for anyone except the dogs. Amber will be over here shortly to walk the dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yes. So yeah, you might not have known that. Okay. Good to know. Good evening. Hello, TC.
Good
evening, Gigi. Hi, Joyce. I'm glad that you're here. Good evening, Keto Dana. Good evening, JJ. We're like good late afternoon to you. Rashana's here, says good evening, hashtag Whack Fam. You're right. Melissa said good evening. Glad I caught a Whack Wednesday night live. I'm glad you're here too, Melissa. Joe Ray said, Ola, I totally forgot it was Whack Wednesday. I mentioned it on the live today. Thank you very much.
Yes,
but I'm glad that you're here. Joe Ray, Pamela's here. Good evening. Good evening, Shani. Hi, Teal. Glad to see you here. Leah's here, and Mookie is here.
Everybody.
Good evening. Lisa is here. Good evening, Lisa.
My gosh.
I know.
Evening,
everyone just joining us just makes me so happy.
Like one big family.
It is like one big family. I'm so glad that you guys are here.
Krista
says, hi, everyone. Out for my evening walk, and it's still over 90 here in Western New York. That's crazy. It's probably still really hot outside, too.
Oh, yeah.
It was very hot when we went on our walk today. It's officially
summertime.
Yeah, it was hot and humid, but we got our walk in. We did it. Yeah. We did like 3.25 miles, I think it was today. So.
Yes, we did.
Yes, that was good.
Like once the sun's out officially, like it is now, the walks become true workout.
Baked. We get baked.
Yeah, the wall. I sweat heavily on the wall. We work out so hard. I love it.
Good evening, Pie Roundtree. Is it Pie? That's what I'm going to go say. Joe Ray said, I had to leave the live early. Boss was calling me. Bosses are the worst. Absolutely. Treva, I'm glad that you're here. Good evening. Happy belated birthday. Holly said, yay, able to be wacky at night. Absolutely. Peggy says, Peggy from North Carolina. Hey, y'all. Hi, Peggy from North Carolina. Gail says, good evening, Autumn and Richard. It's storming here in Ohio. Nah, it is. It's not sunny anymore because the sun's going behind the clouds. I know, right? But it'll probably hit us next. Chanel's here says, good evening. God bless everyone. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Gigi says, hi, Treva. How was your birthday? I know, right? I want to hear all about it. I just like to hear all about what people eat on their birthdays. Does that make me a bad person? Because y'all know what I'm eating on my birthday. I don't even know. I go back and forth with like what food actually I want. You know, like I know I want to grill, I guess, and things like that. That's mostly keto. But I do know for sure that I'm getting some Costco cake. Like, that's exciting. And a cookie cake. Oh, I just got excited all over again.
2 cakes?
Yeah. Because the cookie cake ain't really necessarily cake. It's a big cookie with icing on it. You know, the word cake. And I don't plan to eat them all, but I plan to have pieces of them. I know I'm gonna eat as much as I can, but I'm not gonna eat them all.
So that is definitely not leaving the house.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, you're right. Oh yeah, and I'm definitely cutting off the pieces of the cake that I want to save first, and then we're like, everyone, there's cake. Nice. You know, like I get first, second, and third dibs for that cake.
You treat yourself on your birthday.
Yes,
that's nice.
Yeah, because you know, to me, birthdays have always been private and or family oriented holidays. You know, like I've just never been one of those people that's like, we talked about this before. I've never been like, it's July, it's my birthday month. Oh, everybody celebrate me the whole time. I don't even do birthday week. Yes. Like it is my birthday. You know, and exactly. And when we're celebrating it. So yeah, mainly all my mom cares about is making sure that she gets a picture with me and Amber in front of the cake together, and then after that, it doesn't really matter. So
you know what? I forgot your twin. You share a birthday, don't you?
Yeah.
You and Amber have. Oh wow.
Yeah. Were you there last year?
Yeah, I know, but it just clicked. I know you're a twin.
We were together last year, so
I keep forgetting that. Yes, you had.
But were you there?
Another person on your birthday.
Were you there when we sat in front of the cake and did the whole cake?
You did it by yourself.
Yeah. So
we were together, but
yeah,
you left and did.
And yeah, I think I just ran over to Grandmama's house really quick. Be like, look, I got to take these pictures with this cake. I'll be right back because we went to dinner that night. And it was, do you know what I specifically remember about the dinner? The guacamole and the tortillas. Like, it was so good. We went to this fancy restaurant where things are really expensive, but then like really tiny.
Super duper artsy.
But they had the best guacamole and like tortilla chips that I've ever had. And I was like, well, this is worth it. Like it was so great. So
who had the
that was a good day. That was when we were in Nashville.
Yeah.
That's when we were in Nashville at the hotel. Yeah, absolutely.
Change subjects there all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Yes, we're gonna go back. I'm reading everyone's comments. Aurelia's here said partying in his house. You right? Good evening, Shelly. Jaray said seeing some new names in here. Awesome. Exactly. Me too. I feel bad. I get such anxiety about having to like pronounce them. You guys like bear with me, okay?
Jaray.
Exactly, because I don't even read to the end of the name. That's the problem. Roshana said tomorrow is the mister's birthday. I'll be turning up with cake. You right, but what kind of cake though? Like, which is it? Like a Costco cake? Where's the cake coming from? Is it homemade? Like, are y'all making it out of a box? Like, I mean, I just need to know all the details. Absolutely. Aurelia says, Richard, do you like Costco cake?
Of course.
Yeah, yes. Richard likes cake.
Actually, I didn't know anything about the cream in the middle until actually it is my favorite cake now.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. I honestly didn't know anything about it either. I just honestly, when I got to Costco and saw that this big sheet cake was $18.99, I was like,
the price was not.
I don't have any reason to not buy this. Yes, so really, when it came to, you know what it was? It was New Year's, because you guys, I've started a tradition for the past couple of years of I get a sheet cake for the New Year, like for New Year's Eve.
I'm interested in this.
Like I get a cake for New Year's Eve, and like that is my I put a mantra on the cake for what the New Year's gonna be. Nice. Like my cake, I remember specifically for 2018, it said 2018 finna be lit. Like it was a great time, and 2018 probably was lit. Either way, I don't know. The cake was good. But I used to have a membership at Sam's Club because the shop has a membership at Sam's Club. So that's where I would get the sheet cake from. But seeing as we then just had the membership at Costco, I was like, oh, well, Costco's right up the street. I'll just get a sheet cake from Costco. So that's why the first time I've ever had Costco cake was New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, 2019. Yeah.
And they do it differently?
Yeah, because Sam's doesn't put anything in the middle. It's just it's just one whole cake. Absolutely.
Wow.
Joy says it is 84 right now, but feels like 92. That is just dead wrong. Good evening, lovely. I'm glad that you're here.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes, Shelly said corner and flower pieces for the win. You right. I make sure put all the flowers everywhere. Put all the balloons everywhere that you want. Like I need those icing bombs. I need plops of icing. I'm so excited thinking about it. We're close. We are getting close to a month away. So Leah said, I keep hearing Alfred Hitchcock. Good evening. Absolutely. I love that. Oh my God. Aurelia said, my favorite cake, crab cake. More lump, less filler. Now, crab cakes are delicious. I'm not gonna lie.
That's with the good aioli.
It was that spicy aioli. Oh my goodness.
Who we change the subject again?
Yes, exactly. To aioli, because I can talk all about aioli, especially there's Amber.
Yes,
especially if it's spicy. Exactly. No, because Mom just looks through like a crazy person, but at least and we knew Amber was going to show up. So Vita's here, says good evening, fam. Missed you all this morning. I'm glad that you're here, Vita. So yes, absolutely. Rashana says, I'm having cake made for him with the entire bottle of Colombian rum. Wow, that's nuts. Jory said, oh, wait, you're a twin. Exactly. Why does he always be pretending like he don't know stuff? Treva said, I had a seafood feast and watched Indiana Jones movies for my birthday. I just finished watching the last one today. That's amazing. Wow.
I definitely love the first part.
You guys know, has Mom ever told this story that like I was almost named Indiana Jones? Like, so as my mom was mulling over twin names, you know, because she knew she was having twin girls, and she was like going through a few, you know, different names before settling on Amber and Autumn. India and Indiana were in the mix. So Amber coming out first would have been India, which India Jones doesn't necessarily sound too bad, but I would have been Indiana Jones if she would have.
Oh, you would have been the thing of attention.
I would, you know, being Indiana Jones. Absolutely.
Middle school.
Yes, Rebecca says, who's older, me or Amber? Yep, Amber's older by 2 minutes. Shani said, wait a second. I remember that Nashville trip, sneaky. Oh yeah, he was with me that whole time. That was really, at that point, we had only been dating for like 2 months. Yes. But I was just like, hey, I'm going to this hotel for free, you know, in Nashville because my company's paying for it because I'm presenting at a conference. Do you want to, you know, come? And luckily he made time in his schedule to come along. And it was honestly one of the best times of my entire life. Like that was like such a great time. That was like a little makeshift vacation that was essentially free because it all got comped for work, but like we drove down there. It was really cheap. You know, like we have already decided that the Gaylord Opryland is like one of our places. Now, granted, when your company's not paying for it, it's like $400 a night. And you're like, well, maybe we'll save that for like, you know, signature, like milestone anniversaries. But yeah, we've been thinking like, how can we get back there? Because that place was amazing. It was such an amazing time. Yes, that was amazing. Trey's here. Good evening.
Doing seminars.
So you guys, we were at the conference, and you know, this is like maybe the 5th one of these conferences that I've been at before, but this was of course my first time bringing anyone, and plus, you know, I'm essentially just sneaking them on a work trip, you know, because if I was flying, it wouldn't have worked. It was only because I was driving down there that it's like, oh, he can ride along. But I was just like, I'm going to be in these conferences all day. And like, you know, there's free food and everything. It's like, I don't want to leave him behind. So, you know, he was a little nervous about like, you know, interloping, like stowawaying into the conference. But like he brought business casual and everything like that. And so I gave him my lanyard with my badge because like all they need to see is that you have a badge. But like I knew that I could get away with like my face because I was like, everybody knows Autumn. So it's like no one's going to wonder if I belong there. But I was like, oh, we're just going to take your badge, you know, the badge and turn it backwards so that can't nobody see. And we just went through all the conferences, all the meals, all of everything. Just was so much pretending fun. Like he belonged. It was
I learned so much. I took a pen and a pad.
Yes, he wrote notes. He actually went to the seminar that I taught and he wrote notes. Oh my God, he was just so cute. Like even back then. Yeah, DJ Amber let Milton and Madeline outside, and now DJ is a little upset that he didn't get to go. Angela says, I love to bake, but that Costco chocolate fudge layer cake is insanely good. Yes, it is. Now, our wedding was the first time I ever had the chocolate cake because previously I just ordered the vanilla with the cream cheese frosting in the middle. But I was like, look, there's going to be 60 people here. Let's get 2 cakes so that we can Hannah Montana have the best of both worlds. That's me holding on to my belt buckle because Hannah Montana is a little country. But like the best of both worlds. And that chocolate was delicious. It was so good. Dana says Costco cake must be like Publix cake. Anyone know? I've heard that Publix cake is amazing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it could probably be like that. But see, we ain't got no Publixes around here, so I don't know. Gigi said you told us, then she told us, but I love hearing it. Yeah, I could have been Indiana Jones. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Constance is here. Hi, Constance.
Hello, Constance.
And Shani said, I distinctly remember you were being quieter than normal. No wonder. Yeah, exactly.
About what?
Being in Nashville. Ooh. And I was in work conferences all day. You know, that's another thing. Yes. You know, normally when I was sitting at my desk, you know, you could be online here and there and do sort of stuff, but like it's, you know, we were in work conferences. Yeah, and
when I couldn't sneak into one and just listen or something, I was
he went on this whole tour of the grounds himself. You guys, if you've never been to the Gaylord Opryland, like right outside of Nashville, it is the most indoor, beautiful, like garden.
Oasis.
Yeah, it is just beautiful. Like it's amazing.
Tropical
but even better, climate controlled. It is a beautiful climate controlled
and they added a
garden.
Water park.
Yeah, and then there's an indoor and outdoor water park. I mean, it's amazing. So, while I was in the conferences and things like that, of course, he didn't really need to be in them. So he was like, I'm going to go explore. So like I would get back to the room at the end of the day and he would have all these pictures of things that like himself at places. But one day, the day when I didn't have to teach or anything, he actually took me on a tour of like all the favorite spots that he had found the day before. And it was just so great.
It was very fun. I enjoyed it.
Rebecca said, are you guys having any children? That's actually going to be the subject of our next keto date night. So spoiler alert.
I didn't know this.
He didn't know that either.
I just learned something.
Also BT Dubs, we're filming keto date night this Sunday. So yes, be prepared for a meal. Just think whatever you think of in your head. That's what we're going to have, but that's what we're going to be talking about. So stay tuned. That'll be out next Friday. Okay. So, Joe Ray says, I got my Noosh box from KetoCon yesterday. So much stuff. I know right now I'm going to make an unboxing video of all of that. And then somebody had a really good suggestion about using it, some of it as a giveaway. And I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. But depending on what I want, I mean, I might just keep some of that stuff. Like it is so good.
Chomp.
Yes. Johnette here says, hello, how are you guys? Hello, everyone. Eli says, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Johnette says, should I buy the Pina Colada Zip Fizz on Amazon? Depending on how much it is. If you can get it for $1 or $2, then yes, I think it is worth it. But if it's any more than that, like especially near $1.50, $2, it's not worth it in my opinion, but no Zip Fizzes, to be honest. Like, I mean, because they, unfortunately they just be gouging where they can. And I'm the type of person where I'll just stick with the ones that are already moderately priced. It does taste good. I enjoy it, but it's not a flavor that I have to go out of my way to get. That's kind of how I feel about it.
I appreciate that.
Yes. Constance says, I'm in Memphis and I've gone to Nashville many times, but never there. Oh, it is an experience. Like it is just really amazing. And the good news is I don't even think you need to stay there in order to go. Like daily parking is like $30, which I was just like, oh, but once again, my company was paying for it at the time, but like you can literally just park and then walk in and like go on like a 3-hour tour, #Gilligan's Island of like this grounds, like, and then you can just leave at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, it is amazing. Leah said, everybody knows Autumn. You're right. Yes, I presented. Oh yeah, you guys, I was an expert on the software at our company. One of the only ones, to be honest. So here's the thing. I was the only person at my company equipped with both the technical knowledge and the charisma in order to translate that technical knowledge into everyday speak. There were definitely people that were more technically knowledgeable than I was, but they're for button pushers, for a better sense, like nerds, like they can't really explain, they can't layman it down. There were also very good talkative people that had the ability to present on simpler subjects, but they didn't have the extensive technical knowledge that I had.
The best of both.
I had the best of both worlds. Yes, I did. Once again, the best of both worlds. Thank you. That was Hannah Montana. But yes, so I did present. They asked me to present every year, and I was just like, absolutely, I will take a free trip to wherever we're going. Usually it was in Orlando, Florida. Now that's a place I would love to take you to. Ooh. Not Orlando. Sorry for everyone who lives in Florida. Orlando's not my jam, but the Marriott that we went to, which is the largest Marriott in the country, like that is my jam. I absolutely love that place. Yeah, Shelly says smash the Noosh box. I know, right? That we would literally only be able to take a bite of one of each of the things because there's so much stuff in there.
It's so impressive.
Gail said, Richard, you will have to make crab cakes with aioli for one of your date nights. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. I would very much enjoy that. That sounds like a very good idea.
Ooh, I'm very interested.
Thank you for the suggestion. That is so I would love that. Whitney says, hey y'all, good evening. Autumn, I'm thinking about doing DSK to cut before my wedding in September. What are your thoughts?
Ooh.
My thoughts on DSK are,
what is DSK?
DSK stands for Deeper State Keto, which is a 90-day cutting program invented or developed by Keto Connect and Robert Sykes of Keto Savage. My thought process is like, first of all, I love the program and I think it's very valuable. But I will say that I did not approach the program in the proper way. And so toward the end of the program, like the entire program is focused on cutting your calories, like over 90 days. And that's how you lose fat, is by cutting your calories. But it's important that you start at high enough calories so that when you get to the end and you're cutting, you aren't just at the floor at the bottom, And of course they were like, make sure you're eating enough in the beginning. Make sure you're eating enough in the beginning. And I was like, oh yeah, I know how many calories I'm supposed to be eating. Like, I'll just start at 1,500 calories, which I shouldn't have done, because 1,500 should have been somewhere close to where I was ending, but I ended up just toward the end of the program, I was eating so few calories, like 1,200 calories, that I was like ravenously and angry. I was hangry. Like, I was mad every single day. And I'm not going to lie, maybe like toward the last couple of weeks of the program, like I would have these horrible binge days where I'm just like, screw it. I'm sick of only eating this much every day. I want to enjoy myself, And so I think
you went on that yo-yo.
I did, exactly. I went right back to that yo-yo. But that's not the program's fault. That was my fault, So,
well, you're saying because you started wrong.
Exactly. So my advice to you would be, really work on getting, working up to your calorie threshold and things like that. But also, that being said, the actual cutting program itself is 90 days. So you might need to start a week or two early to figure out where you need to start the 90 days So that is something that I would say. But yes, it's totally worth it. I absolutely love it. I plan on doing it myself one of these days, but you just really have to approach it with the mindset.
I love that.
Leah says, love the citric acid, add to my Jell-O. Oh my God, it is so good. It is the best. Michael says, I stayed at the Gaylord for a week conference. So nice. The water show is super fun. Yeah, they have a water show. They have just like a boat. They have like a boat that goes around. Like, I mean, it is crazy. Lisa says, which wedding ring are you wearing tonight? Do you have a favorite yet? Yes, I'm actually wearing the regular one, the first one that he gave me. And I will say this is my favorite because it's the one that he actually proposed to me with. But I have been also wearing the other one on my other ring finger, like on the other hand. So that way I like to wear them both at the same time. Yeah. Rarely, honestly, rarely do I put that other ring on this finger, but I'll wear it at the same time as this one. So,
and why is that?
I don't know, just because this one is sentimental, exactly what he wanted, He was like, I just want one ring to be special and one ring to really represent my love for you.
Well, tell them your original idea.
Because I wanted them all at the same time. I was like, you present to me 3 to 5 rings. And I literally was looking on Amazon for like ring case, like boxes that had like multiple slots in them. They don't got them. Like 2 max, But I was like, I want all of them at the same time. Because, I mean, first of all, he had to like come to terms with the fact that I wanted multiple rings, because that in itself is like a very non-traditional request,
Well, it just took me a second.
It took him a second, exactly. So the fact that, but I also understood that he was adamant about wanting one ring to be special and for that to be the representation of his love for me, which I also respected, because I'm just like, you're just happy enough you're getting proposed to. Like, you don't want to put too many rules on it. Like, okay, do whatever you think is right, But I'm just saying. So, this is the one that he proposed with. So, yes, I keep this on this hand most of the time, but I do wear the other ring sometimes over here. Yeah, maybe like one a week out of the month. So maybe 25% of the time. Quit begging. Yes. Jory said I made chicken enchiladas with the crepini wraps last night. Very good. Date night ideas. Yeah, that's true. Enchiladas would be good. Them crab cakes are still, Rebecca said, what is your favorite Disney movie? Y'all don't hate me. I don't like Disney movies. Like, I Just.
Did you never watch any growing up?
I can't remember the last Disney movie I watched. I can't remember the last Disney movie I really, really liked. Everybody watches The Lion King. That was top 10, one of the most traumatic movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I really, everyone talks about how once they're older, they really look back on the Disney movies and see how messed up they were. Like, it's like, oh, they killed Bambi. Oh, the guy's wife was dead. But, like, I was one of them type people that recognized how effed up Disney movies were when they were going on. Like, The Little Mermaid, when she stole her voice, I was like, I don't want any part of this, So, no. And then Pocahontas just is all a sham. Don't get me wrong. Clearly Amber's trying to figure out which snacks to give the dogs. Let me see. Joyce had smashed that like button. I heard someone else say it, or I saw someone else say it too, and I appreciate you. But I saw it when Joyce said it. So Joyce is the live favorite. She's also the live favorite because I talked to her earlier today, and I knew she was going to be here. So I'm glad that you're here. What was it? Oh, speaking of lives, you guys, some of you may or may not have noticed that on, what was it, Tuesday morning? Like, was it Monday or Tuesday morning when I went live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on this channel? And I just kind of hopped into it like, hey guys, we're back again, blah, blah, blah. Like nothing ever, changed or anything like that. But that's because I actually go live every single morning on my other YouTube channel, Watch Autumn. It's a suggested channel linked to Watch Autumn Keto, but I normally go live there every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Mm-hmm. So what had happened was I forgot to switch accounts from Watch Autumn Keto back over to Watch Autumn. So I just logged on to Watch Autumn Keto like, doop-de-doop, hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you from yesterday. And then I went to go find that live over on Watch Autumn, and I was like, where is it? I know we just made it. And I was mortified to see that I had shot it over here, which, I mean, don't get me wrong. They're just like Whack Wednesdays. They're just every day in the morning, though, So if you're interested at all to hang with us every morning, sometimes my sister's here, sometimes my mom is here, you can do that every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern over on Watch Autumn. Yeah. Okay. Say hi. Hi. That's it.
It's actually your shirt.
No, it's a little bit. Grandmama said, "Did you make that shirt?" I was like, "Okay, Grandma, I can make shirts. I did not make."
Speaking of shameless plugs,
speaking of shameless,
you just did a shameless plug for your other channel.
Oh, well then, okay,
it was shameless. I'm wearing my shameless plug made by my sister. If you aren't subscribed to Watch Amber, what is you even doing?
Yeah, what is you? I mean, which is also linked as a channel to both Watch Autumn Keto and Watch Autumn, so she's not going to be hard to find.
It gets real over there.
It's real.
Somebody who's probably watched the channel can attest.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Specifically, say hi to Melanie. I know she would really appreciate it.
Oh my God, Melanie! Autumn told me you said hi, and I just haven't been over here lately. I'm probably going to be over here tomorrow morning for the live though on Watch Autumn.
Yes.
Because we're going to look at t-shirt ideas.
Yes.
Before I go to work.
We are going to do that.
Yes. So, hey, Melanie. Hey, guys.
So more in the morning.
More footage.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hater. Connection is unstable.
Melissa said, shout out to Amber and her Tootsie Slide in the full day of eating video. I was like, and we're turning this off.
Oh, yeah. The Drake one Drake was on?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Coming soon. Watch Richard. Aurelia? Watch Richard coming soon.
No.
If this fool starts a channel,
no.
I'm definitely subscribing.
Oh, my gosh. It would be ridiculous. Tammy, I have a skin question. What is this? Like, why is there some like pigmentation and discoloration? And if you touch it, it's like it feels a little different. Mm-hmm. Like, what is that? I don't know. So what had happened was I felt it feel a little different on my forehead, and I was like, that's interesting. Like 3 days ago, and then like a piece of it flaked off, almost like a scab, and then it revealed this lighter patch.
So it could be like sun damage.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
do you wear sunscreen?
No, not yet.
And that's not good. Like photo damage is not a joke. And so if it caused I don't want to say skin cancer and things like that. but like that's the makings. So sunscreen.
Should I go to the dermatologist?
I would give it like 3 or 4 more days. Okay. But I will wear sunscreen.
I know. So maybe we
your forehead's real brown.
Maybe we can't go walking until we get.
Or you put a Band-Aid on. Yeah, you can't go walking until you get sunscreen. As sunny as it be outside,
I have it listed on our shopping reels. Yeah, my face is brown.
So if you like, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go out in the sun without sunscreen on. Okay. And even if you did put sunscreen on, I would still put a Band-Aid over that spot.
That particular spot. Yep. Thanks, Hammy.
Nice.
And that is the beauty box.
Wear a hat. That's a good thing too. Wear a hat.
I could wear a visor like Rashana because her visors. Yeah, Rashana's visor game be on fleek. Yeah, absolutely.
He's about as bad as Milton Madden.
He is as bad as Milton Madden. Joe Ray said, "You don't like Disney. We're in a fight." I know, right? Like I'm
Aladdin.
He loves Aladdin. He really does.
And actually, Beauty and the Beast is number 2.
Really?
Those are the only ones I have.
I don't think I knew that.
Yes.
Get out of town.
I love Beauty and the Beast.
And I've never seen
the lantern or the
candlestick.
Garçon and the candle. I love every song. See, those are the ones I grew up like. Aladdin just because Robin Williams absolutely killed it.
Oh my gosh.
And Beauty and the Beast because the songs are so amazing.
Rebecca said one of my favorite Disney movies is Little Mermaid. No, like
see, that's the one I'm like,
no. Although part of your world, part of that world. Either way, that's probably my favorite Disney song. I can sing all that stuff.
I didn't not like Little Mermaid.
What are you drinking, Richard?
Oh, this is a sugar-free
Hawaiian punch.
High C Hawaiian punch.
Is it a high C or Hawaiian punch?
That the same thing?
No, they're clearly different brands. It's Hawaiian punch. Yes, it is definitely Hawaiian punch. So yeah, wear a hat.
But it's a little sugar-free package.
Yes. Joe Ray says, I feel like we already watch Richard when Autumn leaves the room and tells him to talk to America. Exactly. To which there is still so much silence. I'm like, why do I tell you?
Because
why do I tell you to talk to America when you don't do it?
I need a segue into that.
Lisa said Amazon has those cool clear sun visors in different colors. I'll wear those and a fanny pack. I definitely wear a fanny pack, but yeah, I definitely need a visor. But I need sunscreen. Like it's written on we're going shopping on Friday and it's written on the board, but I got to do better because I'm too yellow for all that. Yeah. Michael said, Autumn, why do you call Amber Hammy? I never heard that story. Okay, so a couple stories. Number one,
actually, I've never heard.
It's really convoluted. Like Okay, so I used to watch The Bold and the Beautiful, and it's a soap opera on CBS. So one of the main villainous, like antagonist characters, her name was Amber. I was like, oh, my sister's name is Amber. Like, that's cool.
Oh, wow, they got something in common.
I know, right? And she was a villain, you know what I'm talking about? Either way.
That's Twinergy.
It became... like eventually in watching that character on The Bold and Beautiful, I found out that Amber was simply a nickname and that her real name was Ambrosia. And I was like, since when is Amber a nickname for anything?
Wow.
But I started calling my sister Ambrosia because of that. Well, and then it kind of turned into
like a nickname of Ambrosia.
Yeah, I mean exactly. Yeah, but then it turned into Hambrosia. Like for some reason I just started calling her Hambrosia, and then I cut off the brosia and it just became ham. And so now
would y'all like have to share a ham sandwich?
No, I just don't know. It's just Hambrosia. No, ham wasn't involved at all. It just kind of mutated just slightly to Hambrosia.
That's just kids trying to be cool.
And then no, not kids. I mean, this was only 10 years ago though. Like I was like an adult. Yeah. So then I just started calling her Ham. And then it turned into Hammy, and then it turned into Hamster, like anything that starts with ham, clothes hamper, like that's pretty much how that started. But yeah, that's why I call her Hamster, Hammy, anything like that. Melissa said, Richard, did you see the live action Aladdin with Will Smith?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
Went with my sister and her kids, my nieces and nephews, and I went into it with a lot of this thing is gonna be not that good. So
we got something on the other here. I was driving down Breckenridge. Mom walking down Breckenridge, like towards I was like, I called her. I was like,
so no wonder Mom is not on here because she's
Okay.
She is walking down Breckenridge.
So I went into it thinking like, walked away pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly pleased with
it
Will
wasn't
Smith.
horrible. It was not horrible. It lived up to at least the bar.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Proud of that. No,
it wasn't any worse.
I was proud of that. I was, in my opinion, that's a win. That's a win.
Holly said, "You know better than not wearing sunscreen." I know. I got it. Amber done put the fear of the Lord in me. Good evening, Esmond. I'm glad that you're here. No, I really do know that we need sunscreen though. But I feel like sunscreen is that stuff that like expires. People be keeping bottles of sunscreen for years, and I'm just like, I can't do. Okay. Kelly said, "Good evening. Was cleaning, busy cleaning, got distracted." Well, I'm glad that you're here now, Kelly.
I know.
Joyce says, "I'm very picky about what I watch. I don't like when people or animals get killed. Yeah, so I stick to peaceful movies." Exactly. And Disney movies are the most traumatic of them all.
That is my mom.
So I can't. No, I completely
especially
agree.
the old Disney movies definitely did not shy away from death at all.
Exactly. Dee's here says, "Hey guys, keep forgetting it's Wednesday. You got to set the alarm and then be on the lookout for that notification." That's all I'm saying.
I say just go with the wind.
Gail says, "I love nicknames. Always find a way to give people, pets, or objects a nickname." You guys know I was so jealous in high school because I didn't have a nickname. Like no one. I mean, still to this day, the only people that call me like a nickname, the only nickname that I have is it's All Ray, which is a mixture of my first and middle name, like Autumn Murray. So like my grandmother will call me All Ray. She'll scream like All Ray. Oh gosh, just doing that just reminds me of her. And Amber's nickname is Amrie because it's Amber Marie. So it's Amrie and All Ray. But like, so my cousin Kim, who you guys seen on here, my mom, those are the only people that'll call me like All Ray, but that's the only name. I've never had another nickname ever.
Any other siblings named Amber or Autumn? Or any other cousins?
No.
So they just changed your name just to be different?
No, this was like when I was a baby. I mean, they've been calling me this ever since I was a baby. Yeah. And in high school, I'm actually the one who gave my two best friends their nicknames, which now that I think about it, they're not nicknames. They're just simply derivatives of their actual name. So my best friend, Ashley, her last name is Clark. So I call her Sea Lark. And my best friend, WJ, well, Whitney, her initials are WJ. So that's what I call her. But now people call them that, and I still ain't got no nickname. So
well, I mean, Autumn doesn't really chop down to a nickname.
It doesn't really, exactly. Some people call me Audie, but I mean,
no, that's not.
Exactly. Amber calls me Sprat, which is my actual, my dad's last name, so it's not a nickname.
Well, I'll say with me, I had the opposite effect. Richard chops into 1,000 names.
I mean, his whole family calls him something different. Like everybody calls him something different. I'm like, now who y'all talking about again?
Even some names was not so flattering.
Yes.
That was my high school phase. I had a bunch of
oh, my sweetheart.
Trying to be silly.
Joe Ray said the old Disney movies were pretty messed up. Yeah, the new ones like Incredibles, Moana, and Frozen. I have not seen any of those. Like I've seen the Incredibles a long time ago, but I haven't seen Moana. I haven't seen Frozen.
Like Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah,
and all the old ones. Sword in the Stone.
Gail says I use spray sunscreen. They never expire because I use them up before they have a chance to expire. I mean, like with the amount of activity I do outside now, I would probably definitely use it. But before then, like before the summer, and I really didn't go outside a lot. I know that's a weird thing to say.
There you go. I think that's the key to everything. Though.
Yes. Dee says, I have an alarm, but this is our dinner and chill time, so I hardly ever notice. I mean, that's what's up. Dinner and chill. #family first. Kelly said, will your grandma do a live with you? Never. She will never understand the internet.
Have to commandeer her.
Yeah, like it would have to almost be like an interview to where we weren't acknowledging the audience. Like, here, let me just sit and talk to you, grandmama, and like she wouldn't even know that you guys were there. So
well, she would sit here and just be like, "Why are we sitting here? What's going on?"
Lisa says, "Lisa is my nickname. I'm Elizabeth. I don't even know if that works. Your name's Elizabeth. I feel betrayed. So you're not even one of the Lisas."
Oh
I'm done. I can't hear. Push me out of the frame. Push me out of the frame. Oh my gosh. That is not. This is Joe Ray all over again.
Oh my god.
This is not knowing to make of what I read. Oh my gosh.
Lisa out of Elizabeth. I can kind of see it.
Oh my gosh. JJ said, yep, I get my nickname is Bird and JJ. My real name is Jessica. Why am I just learning all your real names? Turn it off. Make it stop. I don't even know who you guys are anymore.
Do you see how nicknames work? Do you see how the power we wield? The power we will with our nicknames.
Yes. Gigi says, consider it a blessing that you don't have a nickname. It could be something you absolutely hate. Yeah, I mean, there's like Booty Mane and like also, oh yeah, we got some, even like Pookie or anything like that.
Oh my God.
Now we have some bad nicknames in my family. I'm like, thank goodness. So
one was named Delicious.
Oh my gosh. See, Mookie says Mookie's my high school nickname from Friends, but my family calls me Pumpkin. Oh, that's cute. But see, no, I can't do it.
I thought his actual name was Mookie.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured that. Eli says my name is Elizabeth too. Eli's my nickname. I'm done with all you guys. I'm just done. Joe Ray said it's like you don't even know us. Exactly. I agree. It's like I don't even know you guys. Who are you? Oh my goodness.
Everyone's deeper than the surface.
That's crazy.
I believe in you guys.
Rashana says, if that's your real name, she says, you all have me tripping. I feel you, Autumn. I'm traumatized by these real names. Exactly. Yeah. That's so crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is nuts.
You are so silly.
Yes. What was I going to say? I was going to say something that I totally forgot.
Was it your other nickname?
I know. No other nicknames. I'll tell you this. Well, Michael says, so at Keto Palooza, should we put our YouTube names on our tags or do real names? Oh, they're going to be customized, multifaceted name tags, like to where you're going to put all your information. And I am going to, I'll make sure to send out.
Light up and spin.
No, I'm just going to make sure to like send out a little survey as we get closer. Survey to where like, what is your YouTube and Instagram name? That way we can know, because I'm going to be like, oh my God, Chocolate City, is that you, girl? Like, yeah, we need to know for sure. So yes, but speaking of that, also another shameless plug, Keto Palooza. If you guys don't know, Keto Palooza was supposed to happen in May of this year, but like due to like that man and everything, we had to move it to September 19th and 20th this year in Louisville, Kentucky at the Marriott downtown, the Aloft downtown. Mm-hmm. So this is just going to be a keto social event like no other. Just a chance for all of the WAC fam and maybe some people that even aren't the WAC fam. I don't know.
Yes.
But just a chance for the WAC fam to come together and just socialize and really take those online connections offline and really meet up in real life. And I'm just so excited about it. It is on Saturday, the 19th, and then it ends on Sunday, the 20th by like noon. So like you could come in on a road trip, you can catch a flight, you can do whatever. There's a few people getting in on Friday, and then we're doing like a 5K on Saturday morning. Like it's going to be a time for us to hang out. I will put a link to the Keto Palooza event, Eventbrite, to get your tickets. Your ticket includes like, the admission to the meetup and all of the goodies and everything like that. And on Sunday, there's a fully catered brunch. So the only meal you're responsible for is like your dinner on Saturday night in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. Like it's just going to be so great. And I'm so excited. I would love for you to get your tickets if you don't already have one. Most of the people on this live already have tickets at this point. But if you're watching and you're interested and you're close to Louisville, that's another thing I love about Louisville, Kentucky, is that it is so centrally located. It is a 3 to 7 hour road trip from, so much of the country. Right? Yeah. So like, I would love for you to come. The link is going to be in the description of this video, or if you go to the community tab of the channel, of the Watch Autumn Keto channel, I put a post all about Keto Palooza in there as well. If you have any questions, comment on this video or, send me an email, but I would love to see you. Like so many people are going to be there.
And if you can't make it, then we'll come to you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We will come to your house.
Keto Palooza,
we will politely knock on your door. Leave a basket on your step.
Rebecca says, I want to meet you and Richard. I want to meet you too. So that's what I'm saying. Everyone is coming in to Kentucky on the 19th and the 20th of September.
It's going to be so much fun.
It is going to be so much fun. My mom.
Just the energy from this one, everybody.
Yeah, and my mom was just like, I can't wait. I'm like, oh my God. I know. Rashana said, I think I'm going to cry when I meet everyone. Oh, yeah, me too. Like, I'm just going to be like, oh my God. I'm so excited.
I'll be the one hiding behind the bush.
Oh my gosh.
I will be antisocial. as a month.
Do y'all even think he could do that if he wanted to? Like, he is drawn to the spotlight as much as he tries to deny it.
Excuse me.
You know, if I really needed him to talk to America, I know that he could. Oh, just briefly before we leave, the title of this live is Laying Eyes, because I did a lot of laying eyes today. Like, I did a lot of cleaning downstairs. I did a lot of organizing, and I feel really great about that. We got some more to go tomorrow and for the rest of the week, but I think I'll have all the cleaning wrapped up by the end of the week. So I am very, very excited. Thank you guys so much for joining us for #Whack Wednesday. You guys know how I feel every morning on the live. I'm like, are we sure we got to do Whack Wednesday?
Oh my God.
And you guys always encourage me, and it makes me so happy to jump on here and hang out with you guys in the evening. So don't forget, I go live here on Watch Autumn Keto every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern. But if you want to enjoy this madness and the chat madness every single day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, you can catch me over on my other channel, Watch Autumn. Everybody, thanks so much. Have a good night. We are going to watch a little bit more TV, and then I'm going to sleep, because you know how I roll. Exactly. It's almost my bedtime. So
I got to go do something.
Aurelia said, do not be offended. COVID mask will be wearing flying. Oh, girl, me too. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna be masked and gloved up and you know, but we're gonna be in there though. I'm not, you know, hopefully by that time the social distancing, you know, be a little more lax, because I can't see myself not hugging you guys, but it just all depends on where we at that time, okay? But just plan on being there. And on that note, Richard says you better work, and we are going to leave here. Okay, bye everyone. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Bye.
Bye.